live.
We are live. Welcome to the IFC MidKnights.
Nighters.
That's right, the Midnighters. We're here. We're not letting anything stand in our way.
Not even
yeah,
a
we're a
Labor
little.
Day weekend, right? We're doing Z.
Yeah, we're still a little short. We're still a little short. As Ben is still on the disabled list, but we got great news from Ben that he will be back in full effect come September. So happy to hear that. And he'll be back, and he'll be his night, the night that he came home. That's right. That's right. I'm not sure what Ben will pick. I don't know if there's any IFC movies or Shudder movies with motorcycles in it, but I bet you if there is, that's probably what he'll pick. He'll probably pick a movie with a motorcycle in it.
Duel, but it's with a movie Duel. But that's a
yeah. Ooh. That would have been, if IFC was around if IFC had been around and back in the 70s, Duel would have been an IFC release. Hey, Anthony, how are you?
Isn't that a Steven Spielberg movie?
Yes.
Like his first movie or something?
You know what's really funny?
Knowledge.
I got done reviewing Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, right? Steven Spielberg directed that. It was really weird. It's like Jaws came out, he directed that, and there was a big hullabaloo about how violent the movie was, like, rated PG. And everything they're going, that's not PG, that's not PG. But that was all there is. There was G, PG, and R. And at that time, it was X.
No NC-17?
No NC-17 at that time. That came later. So they go ahead and they're talking about how Jaws, dark and violent and everything else, and so nothing's done, still PG R, Then Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom comes out, and Steven Spielberg again directing it, and he's directing the second indie movie, and it's dark and it's violent and it's and actually Steven Spielberg really didn't like the movie that much. He thought it was pretty mean spirited. But it was that movie there, not Jaws, who you would think that would be, like if you're going to tell me which movie was spark the PG-13 movement, I would have been Jaws all day long. I would have said, no, yeah, you're gonna, if we're gonna have PG-13, it's gonna be because of Jaws. No, it was actually Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It's just like, how is that? How does that work?
I guess eating the monkey skulls, the monkey brains.
Oh my gosh, that scene was hilarious. Oh my gosh, the scene where Kate Capshaw rolls her eyes and faints backwards. I haven't seen the movie for a while, and I remember hearing about this, and I remember her role, and I remember how she screamed a lot. And it's like everybody talks about the Babadook. Well, Temple of Doom. Anybody? I actually felt bad for her.
Chainsaw Massacre too.
Oh god, yeah. That one got underneath my skin. That one was disturbing to me. When that came out and I saw that, I finally saw it, her screaming at the table. I mean, you just felt like you're watching her. Just her sanity was leaving out the door.
Her in the truck when he's chasing.
Right. I felt that Kate Capshaw sort of got a bum rap for Temple of Doom because I think that they should have, I think it fit her character for the first half of the movie. But what got me was like, I don't know how you could blame Kate Capshaw for screaming when the really question should be is, how the hell did she get along? How the hell did she end up going with them? Because she had no connection at all to Indiana Jones, right? None. He just grabbed her because it was the gangster's girl. So why would he, why would he, why would she follow the Indiana?
Well, she had nowhere to go.
There's nowhere. I mean, she could have stayed at the club. They could have got her. I mean, they could have flew her out the next. I just can't understand. It's like, okay, she has no interest at all. No, there's no reason for her.
It was okay if she died. That's why she was like,
yeah, maybe.
So it was time to go. It was like, yeah, drink the poison.
Yeah, it was like
wow.
No. I'm like, if there had been some sort of connection or what have you, I could get that. But the gangster's like, oh, you got my girl hostage? Okay, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna kill you anyway.
That's what he said. I want to take your diamond. You have her.
But it was an interesting watch. I feel like the second half of the movie, they should not have had her scream nearly as much at all, because by that time the second half of the movie got there.
I don't know. Riding in those mines was like right. a real roller coaster.
And I'll be damned if it wasn't Short Round that saved both their asses. It was an interesting watch. You expect to see the movie one way, and then you see it after 20, 25 years, and all of a sudden you realize that, boy, there's a lot of things I forgot here, and it's like there's a lot of things people don't talk about when they talk about this movie.
And he drives. Short Round drives.
Short Round was he was an amazing character.
Got blocks on his accelerator pedal and brake.
Yeah, that was cute. And the cool thing about Kate Capshaw is that she did Indiana Jones, and the ruckus came up again about there should be a PG-13 level, and there's Kate Capshaw starring in the movie that caused that buzz to happen, and then I think by a week she missed out being part of the very first movie rated PG-13, which was Dreamscape, which came out right after Red Dawn did. Red Dawn was the first PG-13 movie.
Is it James Woods?
Powers Booth. Red Dawn with Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey, Powers Booth, Ron O'Neal, the original one. I don't know how the remake was, but okay. So the original one, Red Dawn, I'll be honest with you. I found that movie to be so flippin' cheesy. The only thing missing from that movie were 2 buns and a patty. You could have had a Big Mac.
Avenge me.
Oh my gosh, that movie was goofy as hell. That's just like
they're taking over. They're parachuting in.
Well, we're parachuting in today because we are talking about a movie that featured a renaissance of some sorts. From a couple of years, we've had like 3 or 4 movies featuring imaginary friends. But the ultra cool people. See, I think one was called IF. And then there was one with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
I think he
that was right. I forget the name of that one.
Of course, if you want to go to Imaginary Friends, there's only really one show that we could talk about, and I put that on there. This name Blue Mac. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is like that's top that's top of the food chain when you want to talk about imaginary friends. I love that series.
It's do you know the director Brandon Christensen?
I don't know Brandon Christensen, but this is not the first movie that we have ties, us IFC MidKnighters. We have ties to the cast in this movie. Very much so. So tell us a little bit about Z. How did you end up picking this one for our discussion?
I think I won this in Geriatric Geeks giveaway. I think it was in a box or something with it. And I said, "Oh, we're doing Shudder, so now I can pick that." But yeah, I didn't watch it all the way. I didn't see like that. Like 25%, I didn't watch towards the end. I didn't watch the ending. It's kind of important.
Oh, you didn't watch it today?
Oh yeah, I watched it all the way.
Oh, okay.
But when I picked it, I didn't watch the ending. I didn't.
You know what? Yeah, it's a It's a cool. I tell you what, this is a very well cast movie, and it does have some pedigree to it for sure.
The
We have
Keegan
seen
Connor Tracy from Final Destination 2.
Final Destination 2. I remember watching her in a show called Jake 2.0, and it came out on, I want to say this the CW, or it's the C. It came out on the CW or it came out of the WB,
The
and
W.
it, the WB. Okay.
Yeah, I see the frog. No, I'm just saying it because I remember the frog.
I don't remember. You know what came out on? I'm sorry, it didn't come on either one of those. It came out on UPN. It came out on UPN. And it ran for 1 year. It ran for 1 year, and she played the scientist, and she looked freaking adorable.
Aww.
Keegan Connor Tracy is freaking adorable. Let's just say this.
She's very pretty.
She's very beautiful, and she's freaking adorable.
And she goes through some hell in this one.
She definitely does.
And
she does have a horror pedigree, though. That's the thing. She has in science fiction horror pedigree. She's got that for sure.
They're terrorized by her son's imaginary friend Z.
Now, did you have an imaginary friend when you were growing up, Mary?
No, I had action figures.
Uh-huh.
And they'll play with the action figures, Star Wars figures, Star Trek.
You ever notice how when girls play with you know, when they play with figures, they're dolls, but whenever a man does it, they're collectibles.
No, I had dolls too. But my friend, he would only play action figures when he came over. So he was like, "Get those dolls out of here." I'm not playing dolls. We're gonna play action figures. We're not gonna play dolls. Don't try to mix one in.
Go ahead. Go ahead and get rid of the dolls and bring in the male doll.
Yeah, I had Luke Skywalker. Yeah, Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker.
I did not have an imaginary friend myself. I always wanted one though.
You can make one.
I didn't even think about it, you know, and you know, like, and then you know when you think about it, you have an imaginary friend, and then it is interesting because it's like, you know, here you are, you have an imaginary friend, and then you grow out of it, like, you know, like the father said in Z, says he'll grow out of it. And you know,
well, yeah,
I thought it was
usually, but don't they usually have them a little younger too?
A little what?
A little younger. 8 years old seem a little old for.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I think Mac was. I think Mac was about 8. I mean, he's the only one I could go, you know, use as a template. But I think he's about 8.
Yeah, he says 8. It says he's like 8 years old. But you know, they use it to escape.
Right.
Like, it's nothing wrong. Sure, it was innocent in the beginning, but I don't know. It was at home. It was innocent, but once he went to school, it wasn't.
I just felt bad for the family and the fact that they didn't have the phone number to fosters. Everybody knows that when you have imaginary friends and they grow out of them, you know, they always go to fosters because there's somebody else that needs an imaginary friend. And foster's home for imaginary friends was the best place to go. But these guys didn't know about fosters. You and I know about fosters.
But isn't that what happened basically, though?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. We're having so much fun with this. I'm already having so much fun with this already. We're all over the place.
But the mom, the dad is okay with it, and the mom's like, not. But she's not paying attention to him very much. You see her; she's always got her face in her phone, and bye.
Yeah, she just dropping her kid off on her friend to drive them to school every day. I was like, don't they carpool? Wouldn't it?
You're supposed to switch at some point,
right? But no, that never happened. She was all, you know why it was? Because she couldn't leave the house because her mom.
Oh,
that's why.
Is that what it
that's
was?
why.
That's why she. You see, you sure there wasn't 2 different homes?
No. She, her mom was with her at the house because she
Okay.
was almost like, oh, yeah, and that's the reason why she couldn't leave the house because she's
I don't
taking
know
care of
why
her
I
mom.
thought her mom and like a nurse were in another home and she was in
Mm-mm,
another house. I don't know why.
mm-mm. No nurse.
No, I saw that.
Yeah, but she couldn't get her sister. It was her and her sister, and her sister just couldn't go in there to see her mom like that, so she couldn't go in, and that left it all on Beth. Jenna just couldn't do it. Uh, she was stressed out every time, and she tried, but she was having a hard time with it.
And that's probably
Um,
why she was like distant because her mom was dying too.
it's funny you mentioned something about this too.
Because he was like
I'm
alone at
not.
recess too. He's not making any friends.
No, but I was gonna mention you mentioned something about Beth, and it's absolutely right, and that is she she was not very well connected
Mm-mm.
with at all. I mean, even when they're showing how the family's together and everything else, he definitely was more of a dad, more with his dad than with his
She
mom.
was more spacing out or in her
Hmm.
thoughts. More.
Hmm. I got the impression that she was already, of course, this bears fruit, but I mean, you
Okay.
watching her, and you're sort of noticing. Okay, I understand the pressure with the mom. I get that, but you could almost instantly get the feeling that there was something else going on with her because she looked, dare I say, haunted. Because she did. I mean,
Yeah.
she looked haunted from the very first scene. I felt, and great table setter too. I mean, I thought it was a great way for the director, by Brian, is it Brian or Ryan? Brandon Christensen.
And
I thought he did a good job at establishing that Beth is already sort of slightly damaged.
yeah,
You know,
something's
we just
definitely
we just
going on.
right. We just don't know what. We don't know what it is. Is it being home all the time with her mom, watching her mom die? Because Lord knows, people how to. That's always a fun thing to do. Um, and you just get, and there's just not that connection, the emotional connection between Beth and Josh. There's just no. There's just it just or you just don't feel that connection like you do with Kevin. Kevin, the dad, was every day, fist bump, always on his side
Yeah,
too.
high fives, and
Right.
he didn't really he did it with the mom too. It seemed like as soon as he left the house,
Hmm.
the imaginary friend was trying to keep him from making friends
Right.
too. He was trying
And
to keep him away so to
I,
himself.
yeah, I mean, we saw that too, and there's a scene early on that gets explained really well. I will say this uh, for Christensen and co-writer Colin Minihan, and we'll come back to that name pretty soon. I will say they did a great job on hiding certain aspects of the story, like where we see Joshua in class, and we could definitely see he's not paying attention.
Right, he's just
But
drawing, not looking up.
the time where he's doing that, and the teacher walks up there, and she's just like, that she wants to do or say
Well,
something,
she sees
but
what
she
he's
does, but
drawing, and she's disturbed by
she's
her
like,
picture.
yeah, she's just like puts her hand down. I think she was just like, at the time he's sitting there going, well, aren't you going to say something to the kid? But what we didn't find out till later is the fact that she has been saying things about the kid
Yeah,
over and over and over. And so when we see her walk up there and we see her react like that, we're thinking, like, wow, she's not showing any compassion. She's showing like a lot of impatience. But why? I mean, he's just drawing. But then later on, we find out that there's been other things going on besides that, and that's why the
and
teacher.
she also finds his hamster dead because
Right. Yeah,
there's
that's it. They dropped that real quick.
that.
I was
Yeah, and then
expecting that.
he didn't know till later, like, oh, he
We-
wanted to do stuff to animals.
yeah,
He was
but we don't
saying,
know what happened to the hamster. We don't know if it died or he. I
right,
think it's.
but
I
it
think
just
if he had
couldn't
done anything
coincide
to it,
with him saying it in school that he wanted to hurt animals.
yeah. But Beth didn't react that way. Beth just
Right,
saw that
right.
like
She
no,
didn't
she
know. She
didn't.
thought it just died,
Right.
like the
So
canary in Poltergeist.
I,
And
I think I'm thinking the hamster. I'm thinking the hamster died a natural death because I think if he had killed it, if he had hurt, she would have saw the signs of it in the cage, and she would have reacted a little bit more strongly to that. But I think he just died. I think what we're supposed to notice was the lack of emotional connection to the animal anymore, because he was saying goodnight to it every night. In her, remember Beth says you don't have to say goodnight to your pet because he's gone. He says I still want to say goodnight to him I can still do that. So I don't
sure,
think he killed it. Yeah, I don't think he killed it at all. I think it died, and then but the lack of emotional reaction to it, except for at night, I think is a little. It was like okay, you think that a 8-year-old kid who lost a pet, because I know I was 8 years old when I lost a pet, and it was a big thing for me.
hmm
Big thing. Um, and of course,
and then they meet his friend at the dinner that night. That's when he introduces them and writes a big Z on a piece of paper, like introducing my friend Z.
have you ever met anybody? Well, have you ever met anybody like that? I mean,
What, like being a
that
little kid and seeing that had one?
have
No,
an imaginary, because I know that happens. I know it. That I mean, it does happen.
no.
Kids do have imaginary friends. I know that. I know that kids do that. Have you known
Or
anybody?
like Pan's Labyrinth. Isn't that about imagination and all in her mind? Her friends. It's been a while
I,
since
I
I saw that one.
I mean, I was reading when I was young, when I was 8 or 9 years old, but I never had an imaginary friend. I mean, I didn't,
Mm.
I don't know if I don't know if anybody's ever had one. I mean, but then
You know,
again,
you talk
would you actually admit it that you had an imaginary
you
friend?
talk to your cat or your dog. That's your
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
I mean,
kind of like
we
yeah,
do talk to our animals like we do people.
yeah. So that's kind of like they do understand though. They understand English, so it's
Hmm.
they know
Hmm.
treats. What? They didn't come
Don't say
running.
that. Don't say that too loud.
That's it.
We'll get the
Treats.
don't say temptations.
Yep. So the teacher been sending the red cards home. Husband's been
Mhm.
signing them. He's cool with
Well, before that,
language and
remember how the carpool
yeah.
person
She didn't. She
yeah,
was like, "What's going on? Why isn't? Why
Was it
did she say
Daniel?
something to you? Like, did you do something?" And he didn't say a word.
No.
He's not answering. That's guilty.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
Daniel. Yeah, Daniel, the little boy.
getting
Um
kids. I think Daniel told like what was going on. He could see. He was right next to him and see the stuff he drew and how he's been treating kids at school. So it wasn't just him. Oh, the poor little boy sitting down all by himself. He's like, no, I want to hurt you and the cats. We gotta talk
um
here. We gotta talk.
what
Yeah,
the
this
first the
isn't
first time
just
well
friends.
the first time they were sitting at the dinner table, and then he got up there and he's sitting there and he's talking to the imaginary friend. My question is this. I was just my question is this was when it first happened, the first manifested itself, why didn't Beth talk to her son like, okay, I too had an imaginary friend,
She didn't
you know?
remember. She blocked it.
Ah,
She didn't
I
remember
you know
till
don't
she
see
found the
see
tape.
I might have gone with that, except that it goes back to the front of the movie where we meet Beth and we see Beth is she's haunted. She's not distressed.
Maybe she can't remember.
She has.
She's like X, Y.
I'm thinking she remembered. I'm thinking in the back of her mind she's remembering this, but at the same time she's denying it. Like she knows, but she's not going to say anything. Like if I don't say anything,
the shrink didn't say anything either.
The shrink did say something.
Z, but he should have said something. But
the shrink did say something.
But not till later. Till
no, the very first visit. The very first visit, it was the first clue. It was the first clue of what was to come, because he goes to Beth and says, "It's good seeing you again, Beth."
Oh.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was going, oh, so how does the good doctor know? But he knows before. The doctor, Dr. Seeger, played by. This is another Canadian film. We anything for Jackson was a Canadian film, and now we got Z. Z is a Canadian film as well. The Canadians are taking over all genres, all film genres. Canadians are taking over.
Well, they got a lot in space. They can do lots of scary woods movies. That's for sure.
That's for damn sure.
Winter time, and it'll give you nightmares. The winters up there. Shit.
Well, we see one of our favorite actors, Stephen McHattie. Steve McHattie is a living horror icon. I don't know why he doesn't get the love and respect that a lot of other actors do.
He's not listed in the cast.
Yes, he is. He definitely is.
Not in mine.
Stephen McHattie, Dr. Seeger. Oh, are you looking at the book? Are you looking at the IMDb, or are you looking at this?
Probably the one on, the one on the internet. Yeah, he's showing on.
Yeah, he's showing on the back here, and he's also shown on the cast list.
Like, you got Allie Webb, Sally Munn, Jason Taron, Jarek Winston, Chandra West, Stephen McHattie, Blaine.
That's him, Stephen McHattie. That's him.
Oh my God, it is him! I didn't recognize that picture.
You know what? Oh my God!
Wow, look at that picture.
You know what? Look, you're haunted. You're haunted.
He is haunted. That's a haunting picture.
That's a haunting picture.
I'm used to, seeing him differently, I guess. He's always been thin.
He always look at the man's credits. Let's just stop for this for a second, or retelling the story. Steve McHattie. I'm surprised the guy's still alive. That guy has, he looks like he does 3 packs a day. Yeah. But he's actually 53. He's actually almost 80 years old. It's almost 80 years old. Still alive. And he has done
Haunter. I like that movie, Haunter. That's
yes. That's the IFC MidKnight movie too. Yeah. That's a great one.
Ooh, The Tall Man. That one sounds good.
I think that was with The Tall Man. I want to say that was with Jessica Biel, maybe.
It is with Jessica Biel. A lot with
Jesse that one
Stone
too.
Movies.
Yes, he played Captain Healy.
Oh, Wolves.
Yep, got that one too. Saw him in that one with Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he's in it like a couple times. Death Valley.
Yeah, he was the main. He turned to be the main bad guy. He killed Jason Momoa, and then he was the main bad guy. But he has over 220 credits to his name, and so many of them are horror movies. Unbelievable amount of movies that he's done. As far as horror movies go, he's just a living legend, and he does not get the recognition. I mean, we talk about Freddie, we talk about Robert Englund, or we talk about Jason, all the guys that played Jason or Michael Myers, but no one talks about Steve McHattie. Steve McHattie is a living horror icon. I will get a movie with him if his name's attached to it. I will get it because he elevates every movie that he's in. He's a terrific actor. He could play both good guy.
Did not recognize him in that picture. Yeah. I was like, oh my, no.
Yeah.
There's
He
better
can
pictures of them.
actually him and Lance Henriksen. You wonder if they're actually brothers. They sort of look alike. Um, but Chandler West is a name. Speaking of cast members, um, we'll get to the rest of the cast because there's some faces that I have not seen here, or I've seen in other genres that really were surprising. I was like, I mean, one face I recognize from being in Hallmark movies
The
a
one
lot.
little boy, he's in The Boy, it says.
Yeah,
That
Jet
movie, The
Klein.
Boy. Ooh, that thing's creepy. It's like a doll. Like, they have to treat it like it's alive.
Yeah, that's that's cool.
Those creepy.
So we'll go back to our movie. All right. Um, boy, I guess people got really scared by imaginary friends.
They got scared. They went away.
They went away.
We get that big following, and I think I'm one of the ones that are on it.
What
on the stream?
Are you okay?
So
I know I'm on the stream.
And it's you and me then.
I think it's just you and me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's okay because we get to talk about Keegan Connor Tracy, and I'm good with that.
Well, good. You caught that with the doctor remembering her because that was the first. Yeah, that was the first clue that there was something more to it than what like when he said when he walked in there and he said that it's good to see you again, Beth, and I was like, oh, what do you mean again? But going back to the red cards, red cards, red flags. Let's talk about the dad a little bit because the dad had a part to play in this too. I do like him though. He meant well.
I think he meant well too.
Sweet dad.
It was really.
And he told her, he's like, play nice, like go have fun, go play like he's playing with the other guy. So they went to the play zone, which that looked fun as shit.
That did look fun.
I would break my legs on the trampolines, but slides and all that games.
Well, how about when Josh scared his mom? He thought he got hurt, and he played it to the hilt, and she's like panicking, and then that yeah, I would have laughed. I would have laughed and got him up, and then pushed him back down, over the into the ball pit. Yeah, here. Oh, here you go. Here. We see that
she sees the spooky thing too. In the tube.
Right. She thinks
that's another time you kind of see it.
Yeah, kind of, but you really don't really.
Shadow.
Yeah, she saw that at the house too. The two eyes.
Well, they had to pay money for the soundtrack and the filming because the filming of it's good. The soundtrack was spookier than hell.
Yes.
It gave you an environment like that made you.
The first half of the movie, Mary, I think the first half of the movie was really strong. It really was. And I like the dynamic between the parents, not knowing about the red cards. Who would ever thought that the husband would be the one hiding those, and the mother's got totally blindsided by it. Beth's totally blindsided by her son's behavior. Doesn't have any idea what's going on, and then finds out that Josh has been mean to her friend's son, and saying all that weird shit, and the dad taking the car.
The one part I didn't like is when they're alone. It's just him and her, and he's doing his draft and shit, and he goes, "Yeah, dude, I seen it. It was in the corner, and you know what? That's fake. It was my jacket. Grow up."
Yeah, I thought that was cruel.
That was kind of a mean thing to say.
Yeah,
that was mean. That character. It just they threw that in there, and it was like, yeah, I didn't really seem to go with him.
No, it didn't, did it?
High five, buddy, and talking all night.
Yeah,
that.
I 100% agree with you. That did not seem his personality at all. He seemed to be really sympathetic to it, considering that he's not dealing with it, because all he does, he goes to work, he comes home, he's not dealing with what she had,
Right.
what Beth has to deal with, when
Right.
Josh is home. So by the time he gets home, has dinner, he's only 8 years old. So that after dinner is over with, he's probably got maybe
He's
an
gearing
hour or so,
down.
and then back
Yeah.
to bed.
Sometimes they play till 10 now. 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes.
10 more minutes.
10:30.
Yeah,
Be tired.
come on.
Yeah, get up.
Hey, if you let me go at 10:30, what's 11? 11's only 30 more minutes.
I love
So yeah, I agree with you about that. I agree that did not really go against what the hustle was all about. So
and then she's trying to hustle to get the kid a play date because he's been suspended.
yes.
He hasn't had any
Nobody
kid
his
contact.
behavior, right? His behavior had been so bad, but how the hell? But she had no idea how bad it was because she never got an idea. She never got the clue. I mean, you're talking like suspended indefinitely. You're probably talking about 15 to 20 red cards. Like every day he was doing some sort of shit, and then then he would bring that home and get.
I mean, if he signed one or maybe two, but there was a stack.
Oh no, I think he signed them all.
He signed. Do you think the boy signed them all, or just the husband?
I did
signed?
at first. I did it first. I thought when I saw that, I thought so too. I thought, oh, he
He's like,
Z
Z told me to
Z,
write
yeah,
it.
maybe Z signed it in his father's handwriting. I was expecting. I wasn't expecting the father to be the culprit.
Me either.
Oh yeah, so that was interesting.
Another question mark to his well, maybe a couple I could see, but not that whole pile of cards that she whipped out and was reading them to him. It's like, damn boy, you're in the doghouse. But she tried to pushes for her play date.
See,
Calls
Brother Max
everybody under the sun.
Brother Max is here, and
Hello.
Waffles. Do you see the return of Waffles? Waffles is back.
Do you like waffles?
Yeah, heroic Waffles is back.
Do you like pancakes? It was a song the kids used to sing. Do you like waffles? Do you like pancakes?
Well, I'm a waffle guy myself.
I'll eat both. I am not picky. That's a.
I do. I'm a waffle guy.
Yeah, we would get waffles with strawberries and whipped cream. We go to the pancake house.
I do my waffles with peanut butter and syrup.
My son does the peanut butter on it.
Yeah.
And do some bananas.
Oh my god, this is so off the rails.
Well, didn't she make a peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for Z?
Yes.
He doesn't like crust, and the kid's sitting there in the kitchen with the big knife. Holy shit!
Well, how about when they went to the psychiatrist, Dr. Seeger, and he mentions about she mentions medications, and the dad instantly reacts like, I'm not medicating my son.
Right.
I'm not medicating it. And then lo and behold,
she's like,
we see
really?
that's what Beth is doing. And Beth and this is another sign that Beth, she knows she's not playing with him, like going along with him or I'm gonna poison both of these or medicate both of them, one or the other. She knows. She knows. I think it's the reason why she did both. She knows that Z could tell him, don't drink that one. And in fact, that's what happened. He wasn't going to drink. Z said, don't drink them. He says, don't drink the milk. And then Beth goes ahead and drinks the milk out of the carton, and then her son drinks it because she's trying to knock him. She's trying to knock him down. She's trying to put him to bed. So he's medicated. So she's medicating him just to be able to have a handle. But we also see her
drug him when they went to the play date.
No,
she went and saw her.
No. They went to the play date, and then they went to and then afterwards he was still doing that, still talking to Z.
But he wasn't
on
the pills when they went to the friend's house, right?
She got
pills after.
I
thought maybe it was right before they went on the play date.
Yeah,
but it's all right.
that play date where Joshua threw man, that was scary.
Don't go up there. He's taking a nap, and he runs up there anyway to
Yeah,
Daniel. He's
her
excited.
friend
He wants to see his
her
friend,
friend
but
was scared shitless. You know,
I
like
don't blame her.
she really didn't. Yeah, she really didn't want her there, and didn't want him there, and and she was like, that,
She said, "I
yeah,
gotta protect my son."
mm-hmm.
Wham!
Almost damn near killed him.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
thought it did. I thought it did. Like their house
well,
is 2, 3 floors or something. Cause she's looking
uh,
up, looking down. It looks pretty high.
it looked pretty high, and
And
the
the
way
son
that,
was like unemotional.
um, yeah, and of course that broke their friendship. She's seeing her son being whisked away in the ambulance, and she tells Beth that I don't ever come back here. I never want to see you again. I
I
don't
don't blame
blame that
her.
reaction. I don't blame her at
No.
all. I mean, and I think that's probably when Beth really, there is one thing I am glad this movie did not fall into the trope, the cliche, and I'm so glad it didn't go to where the mother felt like she had to take care of the son, like like he's evil, so I got to get rid of him. A lot of times a movie will do that, like a possession or whatever.
Brightburn.
Yeah, so how can I kill him? It's like
He's kind of
I
seeming like he's evil like him though.
I didn't sit. I didn't. I was shocking when the script revealed the red cards, because we never really got an idea how bad it really was until we saw the red cards.
Yeah, because
Until
he was high fiving at the house and just playing all do at the house, even after his friend got, almost half dead, falling.
Mhm.
He's upstairs that night playing again with
Yeah,
the scary
you're
crap.
right. There was
Enough said.
no reaction from the dad.
He's not
Like
sad. And so
no, and he's
I'm not
not.
going to play with my friend today or my toys. That's what I would do. I wouldn't want to play
Yeah,
shit.
I
My
mean,
friend
because
almost died.
Beth and Georgia saw what happened, and
Hmm.
then and Beth was very distraught, and then the dad was like didn't mm, it's interesting. Uh, so now that what Z is doing, Z is actually isolating them. He's
Yes, yeah.
isolating the house.
He's doing it on purpose.
Yes, he's now there's
Now
when
she has
with
no
that
friends. He
right,
has
she has
no
no friends.
friends.
He has no
Her
friends.
husband's being an ass.
Right. So now we're seeing that Z
Perfect.
is isolating them in the house.
And she's drugging
Um,
her kids with milk and
yes,
Cosby pills.
and of course, when the dad finds out about the pills, then he shows for the first time he shows emotion.
Oh, where you been,
Uh,
buddy? Right?
now, this is where this movie swerves for me.
Oh, and now
Uh,
also in the beginning, she was going to her mom's house and taking care of her mom, or at her house taking care of her mom. But she talked shit about her mom, like, and her sister does too. Like, I don't want to go out and see
right,
that bitch. They
right.
did. They That's where their escape was with the imaginary friend, I guess, because
Yes,
they were just
and
so
how
evil.
about this part too? We get an idea that about Z, uh, is that the only daughter that's taking care of her. She's at the house, and then she goes up to her mom. Her mom asks where the other sister's at, and she says, "Well, she couldn't make it today." And she
Hmm.
talks a little bit about her with her mom, and then she reaches out and puts her hand on her mom's hand, and her mom takes the hand away. That's because the moms had to go through the same thing that Beth is going through when Beth was a youngster,
Right.
when Beth was dealing with Z. So it's sort of like, remember that movie Relic that we watched
Hmm.
over here? Remember how it was a tale about Alzheimer's, how it would go from one to one to one. You got an idea that's what this was too. Like Z came to Beth, And then
did it come to her mother?
you know what? I think her mom was Beth. I think the mom definitely had to
Yeah,
put up with, but we just don't know how she did it. But we know that she did it because she videotaped her daughter.
because
She
he's not
videotaped
an
her daughter.
imaginary friend. He's a demon.
Yes,
So
but we
it's
don't
like
know that. We don't.
we're
And I don't. I think the first time that we get an idea about that is
well,
when,
he drew him on the wall. He's pretty
yeah,
creepy. He looks like a demon.
I was sitting there. I was sitting there watching that and going like, okay, that's good and everything else, but I didn't believe that scene because there's just no way 8-year-old kid was getting. Where's the ladder? I mean, he drew that all the way to the ceiling,
See,
and
picked
I'm
him up.
going,
Go ahead, get it.
I didn't get that impression that he could do that. I don't know. I mean, it would have been interesting, but we didn't see any other manifestation. Like we didn't see like, like Z, like if he would have walked up there and swiped the glasses off the table, with the milk, with the medicated milk, that would have been interesting to see. That would have been okay. We know that he sees it, doesn't like it, so he's showing his displeasure by knocking the glasses off. Um, hey, King Matthew, what's up? I'm unfortunately not able to join the stream tonight because me and my fiance are about to watch Scream 6. It's her first time seeing it, and so far she enjoys the first three more than the new. Okay, well, we hope that she enjoys this number 6. If she's watching this, tell her that number 6 is the scariest one ever. Yep, and you can always come back to the replay for Z.
Don't
Yeah,
fall asleep on Z.
that's right. Don't fall. I like how everybody's getting fired up for Scream 7. And I'm going like, what's the point? There's already going to be a Scream 8. So you already know that everybody lives. What does it matter? What's the point?
Somebody.
When they announced Scream 8, I was sitting there going like, that's the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. Why would you announce there's going to be a Scream 8 when so you already know that people are going to survive in Scream 7. So why would you do that? I mean, there's no suspense now. Like what? You gonna kill Sydney? Okay, great. You'll probably bring back the other girl then, the girl that got fired. You're not gonna bring back Jenna Ortega. She's not coming back for Scream 8. She ain't gonna do that.
The tall one, the tall dark
Short one, the short one.
Oh no,
Play,
I mean to bring back the tall one.
Right. Yeah. I mean, is that going to be the big? Is that going to be the big? The big switcheroo. They're going to kill Sydney off and bring her back.
They're gonna bring back Courtney Cox because she got shot a couple times, so she'll be coming back, I guess.
I just don't understand why you would announce that before the Scream 7 has hit, because it's like, what's the point? I can sit here. I'm especially not going to the theater. Now you just save me all this money because I don't have to go see this movie because I can wait till it comes out at home because there's going to be a Scream 8. That was sort of ridiculous. I was like, I don't get that. Okay. Meanwhile, back to a better.
The
Back to the better
doctor,
movie.
she called the doctor and said, I want to make an appointment. He's like, okay, but she was like, no, I want to make one for me. And
right, because she saw herself.
Have been here before.
Yeah, because she saw herself on the video.
Right, and she saw her in the VCR tape from her mom's.
Why do you think she burned it, Mary? That's Let me ask you that. Why did she burn it? Yeah. Why would she do that?
I don't know. I was wondering.
I'm thinking about that. I'm going like, okay, why wouldn't you share that to your husband?
Yeah, check this out. You hooked up the VCR, now show them.
Yeah.
Right.
I couldn't understand that. Why would you burn that? I mean,
like you can hear me saying Z on the tape when I was a kid. This shit's been going around for a long time. We need help. Nope. Nope.
Generation to generation. And this is where Z sort of lost.
She was running from coming back from the doctors. I think Z was like, oh, like you went to the doctors and talked about us. Like betrayed or something, so he hurt her husband.
Uh,
Remember?
yeah. This is the part of the movie that really confused me. Z was like two parts to me. It was the one with the family dynamic, and I really enjoyed the first half quite a bit. But the second half seemed like a different movie where it was just focused on Beth. And I get the idea that they're isolated, and I get that. But all her, hey Cheryl, how are you? Our friend, our van girl Cheryl,
Hey.
saying hi to both of us, Patrick and
Hello,
Mary.
hello.
Yeah, today we're talking about Z, imaginary friends.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. It's a good topic for a horror movie. Uh, yeah, I the second half of the movie, it did such a great job, and you touched upon this too about the music. The music in this
Yeah.
movie is stellar.
It gives you an environment that feels very extra spooky.
Yes. Really enjoyed the really enjoyed the score. The score was really creepy,
Yeah.
and very effective,
And
and
the
definitely
darkness
elevated.
was just the right
Mhm,
amount of darkness where you just can't quite,
mhm.
like, you can hear things and you can't see it, where you see a little shadow. That's pretty cool. And then you don't have to spend money on effects. Special
Um,
effects.
well, this movie was actually made for only $400,000. That was the
um,
budget for the movie, was 400,000.
was
So,
it was it pre-COVID or
pre-COVID.
2019? It's
Yes,
pretty.
yeah, yeah.
It's got
Right. Well, it was released. It was released home. It was released. It probably got a small
Shutter.
theatrical release up in Canada. But I don't know. I don't think it got a release down here at all in the United States. I think I think they filmed it. They might have released it, and I think they released it in 2020. They made it in 2019. They released it in 2020, so it might not even gotten a theatrical release even in Canada. Um, but the second half of the movie focuses on Beth, and what a weird second half of the movie, right? I mean,
Yeah, because
there's
I
no.
thought at this point, when she comes running home trying to call him, and he gets attacked by the Z dude,
Mhm.
and you don't see what's going on. And then she gets there, and the whole place is ablaze. I thought that was it because she went in and, like, gung ho and got her boy and seen her hubby was
But
cracked
didn't go back
open.
for the but didn't even try to go back
Oh,
for the
I know.
husband. Did you see that?
Right.
That I'm sitting there going like, how do you know what happened to him? Yeah, there might be blood there
He
or
still got a
whatnot.
cut right there, but you
Yeah,
know what though? When you see playtime and there's Z's written in his blood, there's a lot of blood loss. But I
but
still would have
still, you think that
choreographed that.
you think that you would try to grab him and bring him
Nah, I
out.
would have
I mean,
He-Man that shit. I would have got them all out.
no, yeah, yeah. I really didn't like that scene at all because she runs up there and she sees her husband first. First, she sees him. He's not that far away from the door.
He's not
I'm
engulfed,
thinking,
right?
I'm thinking you going over there, you're grabbing him, you're yelling for your son,
Yeah, the kid
you're
can
pulling him,
walk. He's not an
you're
infant.
right, you're pulling him. Um, I'm just thinking that Beth should have made a more, you think that normally
I would
she
have
would make
grabbed him, dragged him out the door, and had the kid hang on to my side while we're running out. Let's
yeah.
go. Put
But it
your
was
head under my
interesting that
shirt.
they didn't do that. Like she saw him,
She
saw the
didn't fight
wall,
for him. She was
really
giving
didn't
in
really.
for Z.
Yeah, she didn't really react like a normal person did, but she would definitely react like she was slowly losing grip on her sanity, which I think as she was by this time. I think that, obviously, she put Joshua with her sister and then drove back to her mom's house where it all started.
Right, she did have her
And then
mom's house.
what? I couldn't understand what the reason was for her to go back to the house. She wasn't fighting it. She wasn't sitting there going like, okay, we're having a showdown here. I could not for the life of me could not understand why she went back and
She
doing
gave
acting
up.
that she
She was
did.
trying to sacrifice herself for her son.
but she didn't know that until the doctor told her, like literally, very literally last minute when he's standing outside the door with
He's
the
there
two
for
cops.
you.
He says,
Right.
you started this. Only you can end it. That's the only time, that's the only time that she got that, like got told that. Nobody said anything at all. The doctor says it's like, and well, the doctor didn't want her to commit a suicide either, but I just didn't like that. It's the second half.
No,
I felt that Keegan was really good in the second half, but I also felt like she was directionless in the second half. There's no direction.
there wasn't a
Uh,
story to. Yeah,
no,
it
it's
kind of
like there's
fell
no.
apart. It
It's
was
like,
so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
And I
That's how I
think
felt. I think the acting was top drawer,
that.
and the first half of the movie was good, but the second half just sank it for me. I was just like,
Yeah, I had to
I
stop a
don't.
few times. Like, what's going on? What?
Hmm.
Huh? Really? They
Yeah.
killed the husband off, okay, but man, I thought he was just like knocked out, like you said. And you're gonna get him? You gonna nope?
And
The
then
house
go back to
burning.
the house, and then go back to the house and border yourself in the put you why? It's not like you're going to tangle with him. It's not like you're sitting over there, making a spell like they, anything for Jackson.
She was
They had,
trying to
they
keep
had,
him
you know,
busy while
right.
her son was like, yeah, he's a real piece of work. That one. I don't care
Um,
if he's 8 or not, 8 or whatever. But he's like, you stole my
yeah,
friend.
I will say this. I'll say this. They picked the right actor, that kid actor for the role.
You son of a bitch.
He looked creepy. He looked creepy. He didn't look innocent. He
Mm-mm.
definitely he looked creepy. And I think that was a really, really smart casting. And the young man has had quite a career already. Jet Klein, he's had a great career already. And he played Josh really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
I have no fault at all with the acting in this movie. I think the
It's,
acting was very good from top to
it's just
bottom.
the story. It's the stuff they were given to
Right.
act.
I like the score, and but man, that story just fell apart. And it's written by Christensen and Colin Minihan, and I really feel like it felt like two different writers. It did feel. It
Maybe
felt like two
one
different.
wrote the first half and the other one
One
wrote
wrote
the
the
second
second.
half, and they're like, "Hey, you got chocolate in my peanut butter," but it was like,
And I'll even go as far to say this. I believe that is the case, that Colin Minihan wrote the first half,
Mhm.
because we've seen Colin Minihan's work before. Um, and we saw it here on the IFC MidKnights. And we also know about the composer of the movie, because we saw her on here on the IFC MidKnights. Colin Minihan directed What Keeps You Alive. So, and that movie starred Brittany Allen, and Brittany Allen is not only as an actress, but she's also the composer, and she is the one that composed the music for this movie.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah,
Keep up
yeah.
the good
That's
work.
why I was so excited. That's why when you mentioned Z for tonight, when I looked at it and I saw Colin Minihan's name on here, I got excited, because I'm like, hell yeah, that guy's fire. We've already done one of his movies, and then I saw Stephen McHattie on there, and I'm like, well, there you go. And then Keegan Connor Tracy, and it's just like, this is gonna be a slam dunk.
What keeps you alive?
Uh,
Is that the one with the couples at the cabin?
yes, the two girls.
Okay. Yeah, that
Remember
one's wild.
that was wild. Remember the second time she got thrown off the cliff.
You can't be
I
serious.
don't. I, yeah, yeah. I could not laugh.
Fool
I
me
could not stop
once,
laughing at that. I
pushing me
mean, the
off a
first
cliff.
time, the first time was like, holy shit. The second time, you're like, oh god, it's like it felt like watching a Three Stooges. Like, holy shit, not again. But yeah, so there's pedigree in here. I mean, there's really good pieces to make a fine film here, but one of those situations where in the second half the story just crumbles.
Yeah, we give the first half
And
a 7.5. We give the second half five and a
I I
half,
no, I would
five,
actually give it like I would give it like a
4.
seven. I do 7 for the first half, and I do a 3 for the second.
Yeah, because it
So
goes
probably,
down. Like, I'm
yeah,
so sorry.
I
I'm
give
sorry,
this I would
actors.
give this movie I would give this movie like a 5.5 because I'm not going to make it just 5. I'm going to make it a 5.5 because there is or maybe even a 6 because there are a lot of
Had
good
good
things to it.
stuff, but then it was like,
But
oh man.
yeah. The ending of the movie, where she decides that she's gonna, to end it. There's no reason given at all or indication at all that her doing that would kill Z. I mean, it was just like it was all in her head.
That's
It's
what
like
she was figuring. If maybe if I kill myself,
I'm just
it
thinking
might.
to myself, it's like I think if he just walked up and says, "I no longer believe in you. I don't see you. I don't acknowledge you. I don't, you know, and you can't live without my will. I'm the one that I'm the one that brought you into the world. I'm the one that's going to take you out of it." And they
Mm-hmm.
should have used they should have let her use her imagination because I think Bethel's a strong character, but I don't think that she got the respect of the script in the second half of the movie. I think they played her horribly, horribly in the terms of you know being a wimp. It's like she's not fighting for her kid. She's not fighting. I mean, it's like, okay, if you want her to go insane, fine, make her go insane. But they didn't. She's trying to negotiate. She's playing the games that her son was playing in the beginning of the movie. It's just made absolutely
Yeah, the
zero
floor is
sense.
lava, and
Right.
it's like what?
The dress, the wedding dress, the hanging out there. Um, and of course, now we go back to the one thing that drive me really crazy, and that is the fact that they pulled a pie whacket and that we only saw Z one time for a split second.
Mm-hmm.
Hate that so much. I hate that so much in a supernatural film. If you got a creature, show it. Don't just sit there and like flash it because that just doesn't work. Oh, I hate that. It bothers me when I watch that because I think it's lazy. I think it's lazy. Show your creature.
A lot of
We're
movies
all
do
here.
that. A lot of movies
Yeah,
have been doing that too.
we're all here to see the creature. That's why we're here for. Um, and we want to see our heroine, like face off. If the spirit would
But
have
nope,
manifested
she
itself,
hung
huh?
herself. She hung herself, and then
Yeah, that made no sense at all.
the
It made
ending,
no.
the aunts, the sisters making food, and the kids like,
Yeah, well, it's because she got brain damaged. Well, she didn't die. She lived, but she had brain damage, and so now she's in a almost catatonic state, comatose, and with
and the
brain
kid, of
damage.
course, has all the emotion of a flea looking at her. Don't care.
Yeah, 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 he's eating away, and the table said it all too. That table said it all when when before they would sit together as a family, but then they go on the table and the mom's sitting on the far end of the table and he's sitting for the other side. You can see the gap between the two of them, like they're not in each other's world anymore. Um, and then the sister comes in there and has to take care of, you know, and I find it ironic that that's what the sister ended up doing, what Beth was doing in the beginning of the movie, and that was
Yeah,
taking care of her mom.
it was a lot of
Now here
pressure
she
on her.
is.
Maybe it would have been nice if she could maybe take over from time to time. Yeah, because they went upstairs, they found her dead. They're like, or she did. Beth is the only one that saw the dead body.
Yeah, the sister was upset that she missed out on her chance, and it showed it showed like her sister has some personal demons, and she had a bottle of vodka with her, and Beth took that away. Toward the end, though, the sister had grown up.
She finally straightened her act up. She said, "If not for me, do it for Joshua."
Right.
But Joshua's a little asshole. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah. That's what an
He's an
imaginary
asshole.
friend could do. I mean, not everybody has a really good imaginary friend. Sometimes they are assholes. Like I
It
said,
looks like the
this
imaginary
is
friend got this got the shitty end of the stick when it came to the
Um,
friend.
I mean, like I said before, this is not Foster's. This isn't Blue and Mac. If you guys like an idea of imaginary friends, I say this in all seriousness, but if you really want to see that in really, really, in a really delightful way, it's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That's one of the best cartoons I've ever seen, and it's actually quite adult. Quite honestly, it's really quite. There's a lot of subtleness in that, in that series. There's a lot for the kids, but it's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, a foster home. It's really interesting. Um,
Ow, my back.
so that is Z. That's our. Do you have any? Do you have any last minutes? Do you have any last minute comments, or
No, I just wish it would have ended better.
Yeah, I really felt the cast deserved better. I really do.
Yeah.
I think
Well, they
it's
gave
not.
it to Beth in the end. Maybe by the time they got done the first part, maybe COVID was hitting.
Maybe that could be it.
That's why there's only like a couple people in the end part.
It could be.
Compared to the beginning,
That would be a really good question. That definitely would be a very good question to ask Brandon Christensen. I mean, if we had a chance to talk to him, that'd be one of the first questions I would ask too. It's like
they shut down so much stuff, shut down studios. Some people were, I don't want to.
But I at the same time, I got to give him full credit for his cast. I mean, if he cast the movie, he did a top job. I mean, this cast is fire. I cannot argue with that. It saves the movie. I think with any other
movie, I watched a movie last night and it had a couple people. It had Brian Krause in it from Charmed, and then Bruce Dern in it, and it was nope. The story sucked. The effects were awesome. It was Toolbox Murders 2.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, that's from the 70s. They made a sequel to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Okay.
And it's pretty graphic, and that's about it. It's graphic. I like the effects, but it was not the best movie.
And again, real quick, this movie's unrated, and Mary and I both can tell you we have no idea why that is. There is nothing objectionable about this movie.
The blood on the wall.
That's PG. Today's world, even the attempted suicide scene is like, oh my god. Anyway,
quick. And I had to rewind it because I was like, wait. Was she standing on the bed? I couldn't really tell if she was.
Well, I don't know. She's Keegan Connor Tracy is she's tiny. She's 5'4". So
I thought she was like standing on the end of the bed.
No, I was sitting going like, I'm just going like, this is two scenes now where it's like there's no ladder. Like, how does she do it? Because I didn't see a chair or anything. I was like, how does she manage to do that in such a short time? I mean, she was sitting at the door. She was sitting at the door.
Minimal seconds, and she ran upstairs real quick, and I don't know.
Right. I was again, this is the second half of the movie, which went off the rails. It's like first she's sitting on the ground, the doctor and the cops are there, and then they come in there, and then she's got all that time to run up there and make a news. It was
nice of the doctor to show up with police, though.
Yeah, he did care for her. So we can understand the unrated part. I would definitely tell you that this is PG-13. Probably, I would definitely say PG-13.
Yeah, you can watch it with your teenagers. They'll be like, the jump scares and creepy things. It's definitely creepy.
There's no special features in this. This is a bare bones release. And
I don't know if there was a special feature though. I mean,
I wish they would have had a commentary, but they didn't put any special features on there, and that's a shame because it would have been helpful for the movie, I think. As far as my rating go, I'm gonna stand with a 6. I'm gonna go with a 6 for Z.
I would ditto that.
But
Yeah.
I still love the idea that you picked it.
I,
I gotta give. I'll give you 10. I'll give you a 10 for picking it because
and I
it has
have
some
it.
of the
I
fun,
own it.
and you own it too.
I own it.
Physical media matters. That's
Um,
right.
I have a mystery box coming, so
Shall we do a live stream for that?
yeah, we can do a live opening. I got
Well,
it for my birthday.
now the good news is, once again, those who are watching on replay, that Ben Cadaver Club, our good friend Ben, who's been out, he got hurt. Damn it. He will be back next month, and he is going to be picking up the movie. We're putting pressure on Ben already. He's going to be picking out the movie, and then yours truly is to pick out October. Let me tell you, I'm already working. I'm already working on it.
You can pick up.
I'm gonna find.
Can't find.
We're gonna have fun for October. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna pick something out really spooky.
I want to go to the movies probably that month for Good Boy.
Oh my gosh, Good Boy!
Yeah, I will definitely.
That looks so cool. I'm excited for that movie.
Me too.
I'm excited for that movie. I think it's a new IFC movie coming out called Good Boy, and it looks badass. It looks like it's a dog against supernatural forces, and you know what? Hell yeah, I'm all about that.
The poor thing, and that's the director's dog too.
Well, you know, the director's dog's to be taking care of some business. I will say this, that Brandon Christensen will get another chance with us, because next month in September, his new movie comes out called Night of the Reaper. Comes out on September 19th, and guess who's in it? Keegan Connor Tracy. Our girl is back. She's playing a supporting role in that, so super stoked about this. I'm excited. Anytime anybody casts her, it's cause for celebration.
A job.
Yay,
jobs.
So yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Like
yes.
this movie.
She would actually.
We gave it a bad number, and still they had a job.
Oh, she's great. I have no problem with her. I mean, I thought she did a great job with what she was given.
Yeah.
I have yet to see her turn a bad performance. That's one of the reasons why I like her so much. She's like Stephen McHattie. I mean, I like Stephen McHattie because he never turns in a bad performance, and neither does Keegan Connor Tracy. So what's you mentioned the mystery box. So what else do you have? What else you got coming up on your channel, Mary?
Nothing much. What did I draw? I've been watching this movie on YouTube, The Vault of Horror.
Nice.
Good British horror. You know, it's a Tales from the Crypt, and then The Vault of Horror. They're both really good. I love this.
Well, speaking of,
to watch British horror.
Speaking of movies that like went sideways, tomorrow we'll see my next film in Dollar Theater. I gotta give a little bit of shout out to Brute 1976. I watched that and reviewed it. And I was commenting the other day that I was watching Brute 1976, and it came in from Cinephobia Releasing. And this is something I didn't even think about till after I did my review, and I should have thought about this, but what's done's done. So Cinephobia Releasing has released just Raymond Murray. He owned Art Exploitation Films, and then Cinephobia Releasing, and they just released just amazing freaking movies. I think Art Exploitation and Raymond has had 3 of my top films of the year, and my favorite top. Everybody does the end of the top 20 list. He's gotten 3 movies. Yes, he's gotten 3 movies that's #1 for me. We,
I haven't watched
Bright,
that one.
Brightwood, and The Coffee Table. He's got 1 movie that finished second one year, and that was Molly. Molly finished second. Um, and just they just come out with some amazing films. Brute 1976 came out, and it was like the first time of all the releases that I've seen that it sort of misfired for me. It was like, this is not. I'm expecting so much more from Cinephobia releasing. I basically just set my expectations for the movies to be every time to be top drawer. I don't think I was fair to Brute 1976 in that because I should have been a little bit more flexible and like, hey, like that saying, like not every movie is going to be a slam dunk. Like here, like
Yeah.
not so much IFC, but the Shutter movies have been
Yeah, they can be 50-50.
50
And then every
50.
now and then you get a 7 or an 8, but
I definitely
IFCs too, I would be like, yeah, that one's okay. Like this one, we liked the beginning, we weren't so much on the ending, but it had a
okay. So which IFC movie would you say, just off the top of your head? Because I already know what it is. But what movie would you go for IFC? Yeah. Damn you! I know which one you're gonna pick.
What? No, I liked the Vengeance. Was it Unbound Vengeance? Was decent.
Oh, that's a corker.
That one was pretty crazy. I don't know. I wasn't into the Nightingale.
Yes, that's right. You did mention that.
I
knew
like,
that. I knew that.
3 rapes is good for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to watch 20 minutes of a rape scene in Last House on the Left or whatever it is there.
Right.
No, I Spit on Your Grave or any of the action. No, I'm good. We had the Maniac, and even that was crazy.
That was fun. Oh my God. How it still blows my mind. It still blows my mind that chased him away. I really am. I still can't get over that.
Is it the one that got him?
Yeah, this is the one that got him. This is the one that he left on. Mike. He's like, I'm out. It's like, okay, but it's not that bad. It has Elijah Wood in it. It's a major star.
You could just step aside if you want. You can listen to us talking.
That's what I offered that to him.
That's what I do. If I was like, no.
But I'm thinking of all the movies that we've seen since then that he would have been checked out of. He would have been like, oh hell no.
Well, the Unbound. He would have ran.
Yeah, Bound for Vengeance.
What was the other one? No, the
Den.
No. Is it the Den?
Yeah,
what about the girl where she's infected?
Contacted.
Yeah, Contracted.
Contracted. That was good. I was thinking Hellgate.
There's a part 2.
Yes, we have to get that one.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking Hellgate. I was thinking, man, you guys should just.
I love Hellgate.
I love Hellgate too.
There's another one with good music, and the views were nice in that.
I was just
Cambodia.
shocked. I was just shocked that John Hurt did it. I was like, William Hurt. I was so shocked that he did an IFC movie. I was like,
did he do it because he's sick and he's he got bills?
No. This is done before he was. No, this is done before he got sick. Yeah.
He got sick, right? Am I thinking of somebody else?
He did.
Yeah.
Okay. No, he got sick. God, what a terrific actor.
Yeah,
always so good. Always so good. But the Shutter movies, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I'm glad we're doing them. I'm glad we're doing them.
Did we do the one where they're stuck in the bathroom? It's like a tornado hits.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. We haven't done that one yet.
Okay.
I know we haven't. No, save that one though, just in case, because you want to do that, and if you want to do that one in November, okay. I already know what I'm doing in October. I think I already pretty much know what I'm doing.
I think I want to do that one because there's always Shutters that I have Shutters physical.
I have to go look at more. I have to go look at their releases. I have to go see because I thought anything for Jackson was good. I thought that was really strong, and
Yes.
I was like hell yeah, I'm all right with that. Um, I dug that one. And I like
One of my favorites was Ben's Autopsy, the Jane Doe
yes. Oh my gosh, that's
Autopsy of
such a good
Jane
movie.
Doe. That was one of my favorite ones, and
I love the fact that Brian Cox wrote his autobiography, and he talks about that movie. He talks about the autopsy of Jane Doe in his in his
uh,
book.
oh,
And this
that's
is a guy that does big, massive plays and prestige projects. And here he is. He's sitting there. And he's sitting there, and
yeah. I think he's in
he's.
an episode in this. He's in
Uh,
one of the
oh,
episodes in
really?
this. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Well, I was going to say the Brute 1976. Um, I definitely want to let people know. My review is up. It's there. It's a good review. It's an honest review. It's how I felt about the movie. Um, just like I probably could have just held back just a whisper. Like every time I expect a xenophobia, I'm always expecting like a Brightwood or a coffee table, and it's like they all can't be bangers like that. Some of the movies are just mere mortals, and but I will say that Brute 1976 is a loving letter to Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Hills Have Eyes. If you like both those movies, survivor horror, you'll definitely dig Brute 1976. And it has a young lady in it named Adrienne McLean. Well, that girl should be a star by now. She is drop dead gorgeous.
So it's
I
a
mean,
horror movie.
it's a horror movie. Oh yeah. Oh, I
Ooh.
mean, yeah, it's a horror movie. Um, but
Will.
it's just something I would expect. I would expect something like that to be released by Shudder and not by Xenophobia. It's I guess what I'm saying.
Is it 1976? You said.
Yes, Brute 1976.
I will look it up tomorrow. I'm finishing up
Uh,
the Vault of Horror.
and I did do I'm doing my next Dollar Tree theater is tomorrow.
Mm.
Tomorrow. And that is Presence. And I was let down by that movie. I met with you.
Where'd you
It's
pick
even
that
more.
movie up?
I got that one at the library.
Okay.
It came out last year.
They
I
can't
got a
all be
copy.
winners.
Yeah, I was just really shocked though because think about it. Here we go for the lineup. You have Steven Soderbergh directing it, David Cope who wrote it. He's like the one of the top, like the fourth best screenwriter in terms of his movies being made and making money. So he's extraordinarily gifted screenwriter. And you had Lucy Liu doing a horror film. This is the first time I've seen Lucy Liu do a
Wow.
horror film since Rise. So I'm
Okay.
excited. I'm excited for this movie. I am jacked for this movie, and I felt like I watched a ghost story afterwards. I was like,
Bummer.
yeah, very let down. Was I was very let down. I was so disappointed in what I was watching. I thought it would be so much better than what it was, so much better. And the ending, people were trying to say, I'm just going to say it because people were trying to sit there and say that there's two thoughts. There's a girl ghost that had been murdered by one of the bad guy, and then they're saying that it's the ghost of the son. Um, it's the girl. It's definitely not the son. It's definitely not the brother because that movie would be super. It would be really really creepy and uncomfortably creepy if it was. It's the girl. It's the girl. She got murdered, and her ghost is at the house. Um, I was just disappointed in it. I thought so much there'd be so much more to it, and just disappointing. And but that's coming up on the channel, and then next Friday, we're either gonna be watching Hidalgo for Dollar Theater. We're gonna be watching Hidalgo, or
Oh,
we'll be
is that
watching.
the guy from Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay.
We
I
I
bet
we're,
he's
I
got a
thought
really full horse in it.
Right. Viggo Mortensen actually bought the horse. He took the horse home. So we have Action and Adventure August ends. And you guys can go vote on my community tab. We have Wolf Warrior 2 with Wu Jing, Man on the Ledge with Sam Worthington and Elizabeth Banks, Hidalgo with Viggo Mortensen and Omar Sharif, and The Finest Hours with Casey Affleck and Chris Pine. All 4 of those movies are bangers. My personal favorite, honestly, Wolf Warrior 2. Thank you so much, because I've seen the first Wolf Warrior, and that's one of the best action films I've ever seen.
Wolf Warrior.
Wolf Warrior, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. That movie is so
write all these
badass.
good movies down.
If you love action, Wolf Warrior is it's on the. It may not be quite to the same damn level as the Raid Raid Redemption or the Raid Redemption.
Chuck Norris movies.
Oh God, There's this movie called Killzone, Mary, and it shows Wu Jing and it shows Donnie Yen, and they're filming in this alleyway, and they made a bet between the 2 of them on who could hit the first one first. Now Donnie Yen had like a baton, like it's a metal baton, and they use it for crowd control, and then Wu Jing had this humongous knife. And what they were filming, their fight scenes, and whoever was going to land the first blow would win. Wu Jing actually won that. He's extraordinarily gifted. First time I ever seen the man. I never seen him until I saw that fight. But I became an instant fan of like, that guy is, he played the bad guy, but he played the good guy. Wolf Warrior it's set records, box office records in China. In fact, I still think it's up there in the top 5, top 10 all-time Chinese releases.
Is it dubbed or subtitled or anything?
I want to say it's both. I think it's English, and it is extraordinary.
Because sometimes I'll put a movie on and I'm doing something. I'm like,
you'll watch this one and stay with it. You won't be doing anything else but watch it. It's so cool.
I'll make Warren watch it with me. So remember, I will give you a message when my mystery box is here on the way, or whenever I get an idea.
Yes. And the last thing I'll mention, hi, Michelle. We're about ready to wrap this up. We've been chatting here for a little bit. The last thing I'll say is next Thursday, the 5th, I will be here for 8 Questions With, and we'll be talking with actress Mel Heflin. Well, she'll be here, and I cannot wait to talk with Mel. September 9th is Michael Cassie. September 13th, we're doing a watch party. We're going to be watching The Hole, with directed by Joe Dante and starring Haley Bennett.
Oh, hold on.
Of course it would be, right? I'm gonna watch all the Haley Bennett's movies. She's got a Haley Bennett movie, right? What did you get? Yes, that's the one I got. Yeah, you can come out and hang out and watch it. You want to come out and watch it with me? We'll do commentary.
When are you doing this one?
Doing this on Saturday at 9 p.m. on the 13th of September.
Next Saturday.
I think 2 Saturdays. Yeah, not this Saturday, but the 13th.
The 13th.
Yeah.
What's the 8?
9. We'll start at 9.
The Hole, not Hole.
And it is on Tubi, so people can join in with us.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. I cannot wait. I can't wait.
And Small Soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you can see. I just noticed there's hands creeping up, and this is Brandon.
Looking pretty good. Did you get that? Where'd you get that up? In one of your mystery boxes?
Dollar Tree.
You got that at Dollar Tree?
Yeah.
Oh, I had to pay I bought mine from Hamilton.
Oh, did you? You didn't pay too much though, right? Hamilton's pretty decent.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I didn't pay that much for it at
that's
all.
good. I like Hamilton. Yeah, the mystery box. I got one before. Like, they had good movies in it, but it wasn't like the other ones that I've gotten before. This one I'm sure is going to be good too, but I don't know. It was movies probably everybody has, but I didn't.
Right, right. I almost was going to ask you if you want to do a watch party and then we watch Spider-Man, but I was afraid you'd just like blow me up.
Oh, I got him a whole bunch. I said, why you got so many copies? It's you only want to watch it again. I got widescreen and I got like director's cut.
I got the Puppet edition. I got Spider-Man 2.1.
2.1.
I got Spider-Man 1.5. I got Spider 3.9. 1.21 gigawatt Spider-Man.
I need the one with the kid with the very long head. I have the second one, but I don't have the first one. I don't have any of the Tom Hollands. I've never seen any of those. With the
I got a couple of those.
Zendaya.
I got a couple of those. It's hard finding Marvel movies. I for a while there I was doing pretty good for Marvel movies as far as them coming through, but lately not so much. And the library has not been dropping off either. So it's been a while since I got a Marvel movie. It's been a while. I haven't got one in a while. So, but we'll keep our fingers crossed that that'll change soon.
Yeah.
But that's going to be it for us tonight. We hit our spot. I want to thank everybody in the chat that came out and hung out with us. I know this wasn't the most exciting movie on the IFC MidKnighters, but we will be back in September. And you know damn well that Ben will be here, and Ben will pick something out fun. And I will pick out something fun too. And Mary's gonna pick out something fun too. We're gonna get back into our groove. I think we slipped a little bit because we didn't have Ben here. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, and my daughter got sick, so like I'm gonna take.
Hopefully she's feeling better.
Yes.
All right. Well, we will see you next.
Doing it too, so it was like they were all taking turns. So everybody's okay now.
Our next date will be September 28th. We'll be here
September
for the next
28th. I'll write that one down too.
8 o'clock, and we'll be on Ben's channel.
Okay. 8 o'clock. Be there. Be square.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you Thursday, 8 o'clock here. 8 Questions With. Peace.